finale of The Bachelorette. They were in the beautiful island of the Caribbean. Emily had both guys, Jeff and Ari, meet her family, her brother, her future sister-in-law, and her mother and father. Both guys got the permission of Emily's parents to have her hand in marriage, but when it came down to it, Jeff with one F had the final date with Emily. And on that date, Emily was like, listen, like, what's wrong in this picture? Like, what's not measuring up? And he's like, listen, I really need to meet Ricky. If I'm going to be part of this life and be all into it, I need to meet the person who's most important to you. So when it came down to it, Jeff and little Ricky hit it off. He befriended her. They had a great time in the pool, and that's what put Emily over the edge and realized, hey, listen, I'm very in love with Jeff and only love Ari. So at that point, when it was time for her date with Ari, it was the hardest thing because the entire season she'd been very, very, in love with Ari, or so we saw as viewers. But really, when it came down to it, Jeff was just, Jeff won her heart. So in that sense, Ari was very, very hurt. It was very visible, and he was like, listen, good luck. What do you want me to tell you? I need to get in this car. Clearly, he was not expecting that. He expected to be the last one standing and to be proposing to Emily. So that was tough. Then when it came down to the final proposal, Jeff was the only one. He found out he was. He declared his love for Emily. Emily declared his love for Jeff. And at that point, they lived happily ever after, right? Well, we're going to wait and see. We watch after the final rose. Jeff and Emily are clearly enamored with one another. They're obsessed with each other. And they're like, hey, listen, we're actually the perfect pair, and it's odd we met on TV. So they're planning for possibly a spring wedding. Jeff's going to move to Charlotte, North Carolina on Ricky's behalf, so she's nice and comfortable in her environment, and we'll see what happens from there. Now, Ari did come on the show. Clearly, he is still heartbroken, but when it comes down to it, he's still friends with Jeff and Emily and is happy for the two. Even though he did fly to Charlotte to give Emily a journal that he kept throughout the season, shortly after his departure, but really that meant nothing to Emily at that time because she's just madly in love with Jeff. So we'll see what happens. I really do hope that the two do work out and they do live happily ever after. What are your thoughts? Are you happy that Emily chose Jeff? Tomorrow night we have the season kickoff of The Bachelor Pad. Are you going to watch?